was basically double teaming Dunstall up in the front of the goal square, and I mean that's what's happened in the second half. But the Hawthorn ruckman has pushed forward, and therefore one, it's given Dunstall a bit more space, and secondly they've used him in that part of the ground, and you know, it's enabled the Hawthorn forward line to start flowing a bit more freely.
He kicks and goals. So the Hawks on fire in the final term. It's been one that Ken Judge would be very happy with. After they trailed, as I said, at quarter time, 6-2 to 2-3, they looked out of it. But they've certainly come back after half-time, restricting Fitzroy so far to just the one goal. That was his first for the game, Graham. And the Hawks now with a lead of 13-13 to 10-5.
Backmen love to go down and kick goals. 13-13 to 10-5, as Peter said. Bone again gets first touch to the ball in the centre. Here's Platten to half forward, and a nice mark there taken by Martin Pike. Now Pike drives it wide. And he's looking here for Cummings. And Cummings is caught. That'll be holding the ball. Gee, Hawthorn have tackled well. On to Harford. Harford up in the air. Pike at the back goes for the fist. Atkins is there against Platten. Atkins kicks it away towards the centre of the ground. Still Atkins is in there with Johnson. Here's Crawford, who's worked very, very hard. Barker. Chance here for Cummings. Towards half forward Hogg. To Molloy. And the umpire was paying a free kick. Now Cassidy, he paid the advantage. He kicks it to the square. Now Scott McGuinness trying to get a bounce. Some good shepherding. McGuinness a bit slow to get rid of it. An ordinary hand pass. Pritchard charges in after it. Good play by Darren Pritchard. He really wanted that ball. Bamfield's gone out of the game a bit. Very good in the first half, as was Hawking.
Danny Morton's hurt too.
Well, look at the Hawthorn players round the ball, and that was Chick getting it across here to Pritchard. Excellent team play by Hawthorn. Pritchard brings it out towards centre wing. A one-on-one contest. Holmes is there. Back it comes. This is Mellington. Mellington, a wobbly kick to the half-forward line, and a nice mark taken by Crawford.
Shane Crawford. Left half back. Second in the Hawks' best and fairest last year, or equal second. Pretty good stats, 11 and 12.
10 marks.
Interesting one for Fitzroy is Holmes. He's had 4 kicks and 24 hand passes and 8 marks. Platten outmarked by Cummings. Fitzroy badly need a couple of goals. Barker gets the hand pass away. As I said, they've only had 1 goal since half-time. 3 Hawthorn to 1 Fitzroy down there. Bone tried to tap it forward. Hand pass comes out of the front of the pack to Atkins. Atkins kicks almost over the head of McGuinness. Hawking tracks him towards the scoring area. He'll be content for the boundary line and all the goals. To rush it over. I think it went this side of the behind post, so it'll be a throw-in in Fitzroy's left forward pocket. And Scotty McGuinness coming up a little bit worse for wear. I think he hit the behind post in that passage of play. So a chance for the Roys to get a goal, and they need a couple quickly to get themselves back into this match. Molloy was going to have a snapshot. Langford goes off the ground to Pritchard, still running. Coming back from a broken leg. Tremendous effort from him. Bone. Crawford. Crawford kicks toward Gibson, who marks in front of Pike on centre wing. Trelevens calling for it, and he doesn't let him down at half back.
So Treleven looks a pretty classy sort of player. It's a centre wing. And I think Hawthorn have looked better with Taylor at centre half forward too, as Taylor brings it in towards Harford. No mark. Kappler tried to knock it on. Holmes, another hand pass. Holmes again. Will he handball? No, he'll kick it this time, straight up in the air. And there's no one out there, although finally Barker will get there. He's got a loose man here with Cummings. Cummings will try and break the tackle. Back to Barker, who tripped over Cummings. And their game really has gone right off since half-time.
You mentioned Holmes taking quite a number of marks. He's often been the player who's dropping off his man to intercept the pass to Dunstall, particularly early in the game. He did that on a number of occasions. 2.5
minutes to go in this match. So Hawthorn looked like breaking their run of outs. They lost their last 7 games last year, but Fitzroy lost their last 14 by an average of over 10 goals. Atkins gets it up to Bamford. And the mark is taken down there by Simon Hawking. They had a very good first half. Kicked 3 goals. That's a long bomb into the goal square. Jenky not successful in trying to punch away. I think it's Molloy that's got it. Hopefully gets up. Yes, it is. Jared Molloy has kicked 1. Good mark. Just out-bodied Ray Jenky there. And from point-blank range, he'll kick the goal. But only Fitzroy second since half-time. Not too much noise from the fans. And Molloy, as I said, gets his second. And Fitzroy's 11th. It's 11-5 to 13-13.
I think really it's 3/4 since we've seen that kind of contest. The long kick into the Fitzroy goal square. And again, very early in the game, Molloy was troubling Jenky with his strength overhead in that one-on-one contest. But really, the ball's very rarely gone into that part of the ground now. It's dropped much shorter, and Jenky really has started to pretty much leave Molloy and be more mobile coming up the ground. So he's been stuck down there, Molloy. You wonder he may have been pushed further up the ground as the match has slipped away in this last half.
So Hawthorn by 20 points. So again, it's Bone against Barker. Bone gets a touch to it. Platten. Socket off the ground by the Roys. Down towards the half-forward line. Collins. Oh, he's there again to mop up. He's a very reliable player, Andy Collins. And, well, it might just roll over, and I think Darren Kappler quite happy to see that. But he's been a great player over a number of years, Collins. Don't get an easy kick on him. So again, it's Bone. And flicks it down with the right hand. It's good play to 11 to Platten. Platten should have been holding the man to Platten. Taken by Cassidy off the side of the boot. Pritchard at the back. Drops the mark. They've had a good battle, Banfield and Pritchard. Very similar players, actually. And, well, the hand pass was from Graham to Crawford. He played an excellent game, Crawford. This is Shannon Gibson. Centre wing. There's a full forward in with Northern Knights in the strong under-18 competition.
I think we saw him kick 10 in the grand final, didn't we?
We certainly did. There's Johnny Platten, free kick. He's held, and he'll get the umpire. Missed one a minute ago, but he's got him for this one. Johnny Platten, way out at half, well, almost towards the centre of the ground, in fact. So Platten looking around for maybe a hand pass.
18-9 to him today, Pete.
Now he's chipping it in short here, and he's found his mark, and this is a first gamer in Craig to 11. 60 metres from goal. By the time he kicks it, and Paul Deere onto the ground, and Chris Langford looking very, very tired as he came off. Now it's at half-forward. Dunstall cleverly over the top, gives it to Taylor, who straightens up, fires in a goal, and has kicked it behind, I would think. Yes, he has.
Jason Taylor's third behind. Goes in the record books, but Hawthorn will record the win, breaking their drought. They lost their last 7 last year. They look like losing this one as well. But the Hawks, after a brilliant second half, have got up to win. They outplayed Fitzroy. Fitzroy outplaying Hawthorn in the first half, but it was Hawthorn's day. The Hawks winning 13-14, 92. The Fitzroy 11-5, 71. The Hawks victorious by 21 points.